students, welcome to AskPrep. Now we are starting the next chapter, that is we are going to start with the next chapter, that is anatomy of the flowering plants. In the previous one we have studied about the morphology. So morphology is the external structure, the appearance, how do they look, the characteristics from the outside. And in the anatomy we are going to talk about the internal structure of the flowering plants. So let's go ahead with this. So first of all, the anatomy का मतलब क्या होता है? It is the study of internal structure of the organisms, right? So we will focus on the tissue and the organization levels, कि जिस टाइप के टिश्यूज प्रेजेंट हैं अंदर और कैसे फंक्शन करते हैं, कैसे उनकी एप्लीकेशन है in the botany and so on. So talking about the tissues first of all, what type of tissues are present? सबसे पहले तो we'll start talking about the meristematic tissues. Meristematic tissues वो होते हैं that help in the multiplication or the growth. The growing tissues are the meristematic tissues. They are actively dividing. They keep on dividing and thus they are found in the growing regions of the plant, like the tips of the root, the tip of the shoot. Shoot is the upper portion, root is the underneath the soil. ठीक है, जो उनके टिप पे प्रेजेंट हैं वहां पर होते हैं. But it is not only on the tips, because when we see the growth is happening in the plants, then it is not only the length that grows. It grows the lateral wise, the width wise also. So that means there are different types of meristematic tissues that are present. So we are going to talk about that. So one is the meristematic tissues that are actively dividing tissues. The other ones are the permanent tissues, जिसके अंदर division अभी बंद हो चुकी है. They were once meristematic, they were once actively dividing, but then they are converted into the permanent ones, जिनके अंदर अभी multiplication नहीं हो रही. There is no cell division which is seen in these. Okay, so these are the permanent tissues. So first of all, we are going to talk about the meristematic tissues. Okay, so simple, the permanent tissues are also of different types. One is the simple permanent tissue, the other is the complex permanent tissue. Simple, जिसके अंदर एक ही तरह के tissues present हैं, एक ही तरह के cells present हैं. They perform the similar function and so on. And in the complex permanent tissues means there is a group of cells, that tissues that work together as a team. ठीक है, 3-4 तरह के cells हैं एक complex permanent tissue में, and then how do they perform accordingly, right? So सबसे पहले तो let's talk about the meristematic tissues. किस टाइप के होते हैं? Since they have to undergo cell division, multiplication उनकी faster है, they are actively dividing cells, so that means इनकी cell wall has to be thin. अगर thick rigid होगी तो obviously उसको cell division में hinder करेगा, promote नहीं करेगा. So that is why they have thin cell wall. Dense cytoplasm है जिससे splitting easier है. Larger nucleus है and no vacuoles is seen here. Now where all these are present, कहाँ पर होते हैं? First is the apical meristem, intercalary and the lateral meristem. Just have a look at the diagram over here. Apical, which is on the tip, the apex, बिल्कुल ऊपर, right? So the apical meristem are there on the tip of either the root or the shoot. Then the intercalary, in between, दो के बीच में, जहाँ पे internodes वगैरह आते हैं, वहां से elongation होती है, वहां cell division होती है. And thirdly, on the lateral side, as we discussed earlier, कि growth is not always the height. It has to be with the girth also, on the lateral sides also. So meristems, they are present on the lateral side as well. So we see 3 different type of meristems: apical, intercalary, and the lateral meristems. Now coming on to the other type of tissue, that is the permanent tissues. These tissues, they were once actively dividing, but now they do not show any multiplication or cell division in them. So they are converted into the permanent tissues, right? अब किस टाइप के होते हैं? There are 3 types of permanent tissue: parenchyma, collenchyma and sclerenchyma. Parenchyma are the thin cell wall, large intercellular spaces. So just imagine when there is a larger intercellular spaces, that means कि क्या है, यहाँ पे storage होगी, ठीक है, कुछ ना कुछ तो यहाँ पर होगा अगर इतनी space है तो. So this space is provided by the for the storage. Okay, in certain plants that float on the water, this parenchyma gets converted into arenchyma. There is a modification which is seen in those parenchymatic tissues. They get converted into arenchymatic and they store the air, since making it much more lighter and easier to float around, right? Collenchyma, they are unevenly thick walled and their function is to provide the flexibility and mechanical support. Right, so we know the plants, they show a lot of flexibility also. So now we understand that it is due to the collenchyma tissues, due to which there is a flexibility, but the mechanical support also is seen in the plants. Sclerenchyma is lignified wall. They have the thick and lignified, matlab ki strength, right? So they do have strength. अब वो स्ट्रेंथ कहाँ से आ रही है? फ्रॉम दीज टिश्यू, द स्क्लेरेंकाइमा टिश्यूज, ठीक है. सो दे प्रोवाइड द रिजिडिटी एंड द स्ट्रेंथ टू मेक इट मोर फर्म एंड सर्वाइव विदाउट द एनी टाइप ऑफ स्केलेटन ओवर देयर. So these are the three type of simple permanent tissues. Simple means एक ही तरह के tissues हैं, ये एक ही तरह का function perform करते हैं. Coming on to the complex permanent tissues. Complex का मतलब there is a complexity. 2-3 तरह के इसके अंदर present है tissues. So these are the xylem and the phloem. Xylem is the water conducting tissue. अब water कहाँ होता है? If there is water in the, you have to provide the water to the plant. Where would you put it? In the soil, right? So that means water क्या करता है? नीचे से ऊपर की तरफ को flow करता है. तो xylems, what do? They take the water from below to above to rest of the part of the plant, from the roots to rest of the plant. Whereas phloem are the food conducting tissues. इनका क्या काम है? ये food कहाँ पर बनता है? In the leaves. So from the leaves to rest of the part. So from above to below, and of course laterally also, since the food and the water, they has to travel on all the different branches also, since the plants, they scatter also. So that is why this is provided by both phloem and xylem. Now there are different types of tissue cells that are present in these. In xylem, it is trichoids, vessel, xylem parenchyma, and the fiber cells are present. Whereas in the phloem, the sieve tubes, the companion cells, and the phloem fibers and phloem parenchyma, they are seen, right? So here we can see that there is a combination of different cells coming together and thus forming the tissue and performing the function of the conduction, both in air and water as well as the food. Coming on to the anatomy of the roots. अब let's talk about the roots. सबसे पहले नीचे से शुरू करते हैं. So roots हमें पता है, there are two types of root. Tap roots होते हैं and fibrous roots होते हैं. We studied in the previous lecture also, in the previous chapter. अब tap root क्या होता है कि एक primary root है जहां से multiple secondary roots निकल रही हैं, which is seen in dicot plants, right? Whereas in monocot, fibrous roots present हैं. There is no parent or the primary root, and the roots, they just arise from the stem and then scatter around, which is seen in the monocot, plants. Ab epidermis, here we can see in the diagram, just look at the diagram, these are the hair, root hair, wo jo patle patle dhage se dikh rahe hote hain root ke, these are the root hair. Then is the epidermis, which is the outermost layer of the cell. Epi means outer, dermis is the word, comes from the skin, right? So the outermost layer of the skin. The cortex has the parenchymatous tissue. Parenchyma jab bhi aayega, that means there is a storage. Collenchyma jab bhi aayega, that means it provides the flexibility. Sclerenchyma aayega, that means there is the strength and the rigidity is there, right? So here the word parenchyma comes. That means there is the storage of food is seen here, which is here, which forms the cortex. Ye wala, this portion, the red color portion, which we can see. Now endodermis, ये जो rounder structure है, this forms the endodermis. Endo is the word comes from inside. So endo means this is the layer which is the inside, and there further more substances or the more items are seen inside. Now there is pith and the vascular bundles, as we can see it over here. The interesting fact about this one, about the monocot and the dicots is कि monocots के अंदर interesting fact is that dicot has 2 to 4 vascular bundles, right? Whereas monocots has more than 6 vascular bundles. Now, if we can see it here, we can see them arranged in the radial symmetry. Radial matlab ऐसे circular motion में and alternatively, one xylem, one phloem, one xylem, one phloem. They are arranged in this pattern. And as we can see it here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that means there are more than 6. और इसका मतलब क्या है? That means these are the monocot. What we are observing here is the transverse section of a monocot root. Transverse का मतलब when the root is taken, so you cut it like this, and then what you observe here is the transverse section. So now stele is this entire portion. When this all comes together, then it is called the stele. So monocot और dicot के बारे में हमने पढ़ लिया कि monocot में polyarch xylems are present. Poly means multiple. So as we have just discussed, they are more than 6 in number. The vascular bundles, they are arranged more than 6 in number, whereas dicot में क्या होता है? Diarch or triarch means 2 के multiple में up to 4, 2 to 4 to 6 ऐसे 2 to 4 के bundle में they are present, right? So this is the diarch xylem and the monoarch xylem. This is about the anatomy of the root. Coming on to the anatomy of the stem, right? अब stem में भी यहाँ पर transverse section we have taken. The epidermis, the outside, this one, it is the protective layer. The cortex is there to support and to store the food, right? Now the vascular bundle here also. अब monocot stem के अंदर क्या होता है? There is no secondary growth which is seen in the monocot stems. Right, and the vascular bundles are more scattered in case of the monocots, whereas when we talk about the dicot, they are very well arranged, right? There is a proper arrangement of vascular bundles, the proper arrangement of the different type of cells, right? Now epidermis and hypodermis दो ही present होते हैं in case of monocots, और उसके अंदर बाकी सब scattered होता है, right? So 2 layers present हैं. That is the epidermis and the hypodermis. अच्छा, जो the vascular bundles which come on the periphery, they are smaller, but which as it come to the center, they are bigger in size, right? So as we can see in this transverse section, यहाँ पर हमें we can see the nice arrangements. Here the vascular bundles, we can see they are very well arranged and organized, and we can see we can say that this is the transverse section of a dicot stem, right? In which the arrangement is done properly and or in the organized manner, right? Pith is present, that is this central parenchymatic region. So the storage is done in the center, and the pith is right over here at the base, if you can see it clearly, right? Coming on to the leaves. Leaves भी again monocots and dicots के बीच में difference होता है. First of all, the epidermis is common in both, right? उसके ऊपर cuticle का layer होता है जिसमें कोई भी chloroplast present नहीं होते. Now अब dicot leaves क्या हैं? Dorsoventral leaves हैं. Dorsoventral means upper and lower side, ऐसे करके एक साइड पे सनलाइट ज्यादा आती है, एक साइड पे कम आती है, राइट? सो सनलाइट जैसे दोनों पे अलग अलग आती है, सो उसका क्या मतलब है कि the number of stomata will be different on both the sides, right? So stomata will be more in the lower epidermis as compared to the upper. Whereas the monocot leaves, they are isobilateral leaves. और ऐसे हैं, सीधे हैं, so that means both sides receive the equal amount of sunlight, and hence the stomata on both the sides are same. So there is no difference between these two. Number two, the next difference that is seen in these leaves is the dicot have the reticulate venation. हमने पहले भी पढ़ा था. The three things which are important to remember: the dicots have taproot and they have the reticulate venation, whereas the monocot have fibrous roots and they have the parallel venations, right? So since they have the reticulate venation uneven है, तो vascular bundles का size भी uneven होगा, different होगा. Whereas in the monocots there is a parallel venation, so that means the vascular bundles are of same size, so there will be no difference between these two, right? Here the lower epidermis, as we have just discussed, in the dicot they contain more stomata as compared to other, whereas in monocots the isobilateral leaf is seen, so the stomata on both the surfaces is the same. So these are the major differences between dicot and monocot in all the three, in roots, stems and leaves, right? Now about the secondary growth. Secondary growth क्या होती है कि that help in increasing the girth of the roots as well as the stem. Girth मतलब कैसे कितना ऐसे sidewise बड़ा होता जाता है plant. So roots also as well as the stem. ये कैसे होता है? It happens with the two ways, as the vascular cambium and the cord cambium. So just have a look at these. अब इन दो in between these two vascular bundles there is a space. So what happens here? The multiplication increases and they start on adding the layers between them, right? So this is the vascular cambium when they divide further and they keep on adding the layers and spreading around, right? Cord cambium होता है, it is produced on the outer protective tissue, the outer cells होते हैं. तो जो as the cells keep on growing, they keep pushing the older ones out, right? Which is adding the cork on the external side. जिसकी वजह से ये ring like structure होता है. आपने देखा होगा कोई trees, those fallen trees, when they are being slit transverse wise, तो उसके अंदर ring like structure दिखाई देता है, right? So those ring like structures, what are those? With those rings we can identify the age of the plant, कि कितना बड़ा tree है, कितने years का है. So these rings are used to identify how old the plant is, right? So that is about this. Now talking about the differences that we have studied so far. Monocots के अंदर the embryo is a single cotyledon, we know that. We have studied in the previous chapter, एक ही cotyledon होता है, whereas dicots के अंदर two cotyledons are present. That is why the name has been given like that. These are the monocots and the dicots. So venation is seen parallel in monocots, and in dicots it is the reticulate venation. Stem vascular bundles are scattered as we discussed, whereas in dicots it is much more organized in the ring form, ring manner. ऐसे properly vascular bundles बने होते हैं. So that is in the dicot. Roots are adventitious roots, and here the radical roots are seen. Flower growth is absent in monocot, which is a very important point to be noted here, and whereas in dicot the secondary growth is present, right? About the venation and the monocots and dicots, there are parallel venation and there are the reticulate venation that we have discussed. Well, vascular bundles we have talked about, and about the root. So this is all about this chapter, talking about the anatomy of the plant. कि कैसे roots different हैं, कैसे stem different हैं, and how are the leaves also. So with only the having a look at the leaf of the plant, we can identify कि okay, this plant belongs to the monocot family or this plant belongs to the dicot family, right? So this is all about this chapter. I hope you have understood it well. In the next one, we are going to talk about the tissues in case of animals, right? So see you later.